Good morning, good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to be looking at pure acid. So grab your acid pills, man. But first we're going to kick off with some Brad Example because he's this week's featured artist and this is Girl Next Door. Boom.
Outside your door, million miles on the other side of the moon. Your smile woke my sleeping heart. You're still the girl I love from next door. Just to find you. Now water the rose under the tree. I'll wait here for you to find me. Everything I believe is a dream to me. I've waited my whole life to find you. Dead ends and got lost along the way. I can taste your lips through the years. Everywhere I go, everything I believe.
Brad Example. Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Good to see you all. It is Wednesday morning here in Australia. It is 4:20, the 20th of April. 4:20. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. That was Brad Example, and that was Girl Next Door. Something Brad actually requested me to play, so I have no problem playing that because it is Brad Example Appreciation Week. We all get to appreciate his fine beard and music skills and his puppies. This is How to App on iOS, the daily show where it's app-fotainment, we could call it, where every day we look at apps, creating music, mental health, well-being, interviews with amazing artists, and on the weekend, an occasional performance, if the plague permits. Plague update. Still coughing, still really raspberry throat, but everything else seems fine. So good times. Now, I need to apologize in advance if you are seeing flickering on my iPad screen here, down the bottom. The capture card, it seems like, is dying. Amazing, yeah? I decided last week to buy a new capture card. upgrade to a much nicer capture card because I use these really, really cheap ones here, which are worth like $12. There they are. They're worth $12. They're really crappy and they die after a few months. And what do you know? As soon as I mention that I'm going to buy a new one, this one starts crapping out. So you may see some flicking it right here where the little toolbar is. So I do apologize for that today. But hopefully tomorrow we'll have a brand new capture card. So it should be all good. All right, let's say hello to folks in the chat, and then I'll cover a couple of things and we'll jump in and have a look at today's app, which is Pure Acid. Hello, Sean Chandler. Hello, Thomas Christ. Remember, Thomas has You Rock coming up after this show, directly after. I really enjoyed your new stinger. Also, Thomas, great stinger, really good. It's about time you had a stinger. The silent assassin is Thomas. I have an idea. Hello to you. Yes. David Collette, hello, my friend. Russ, 8889, you can fuck off. Who else is here? I said hello to Sean. Gary Hubbs, hello, Gary. Dave Fox is here. Hello to you. Tremor Bear is here. Who else is here? Do I see in the chat today? I think I saw Peter. Peter, what's going on, Peter? Sy, and good to see you, mate. Sorry, we weren't on Clubhouse today. We found a new house. Clubhouse can go die. We were on video chat over on the show's Wednesday. It's tomorrow. Oh man, Thomas. Thomas's show's on tomorrow, everybody. Oh, damn. This worldwide clock shit, it's messed up. Man, my brain can't handle it. I've still got COVID brain. I blame COVID. I blame you, plague. Hi, Peter. I think I've got everybody. Good stuff. All right, let's cover some stuff because here in Australia, it is April 20, and that means today, look, Moonworks is available for me right now on all the streaming platforms. Moonworks, Russ's Delicate Giants. It is out. I have it. It's also, for me, it's on YouTube as well. It's on Spotify. It's on everywhere. So it's not long for all the rest of you. It does drop on the 20th of April, midnight, wherever you are in your country. So because I live in the future, I have it. Awesome stuff. Woke up today to find that out. That's really cool. So good stuff there. What else do I need to cover? Is there anything else I need to cover? Oh, yeah. So let me know if you're excited about this. Next week, I'll be kicking off a new series on the channel. Here we are. It'll be hopefully 6 parts. Recording a brand new Dread Circus song using GarageBand and ending on episode 6 in Audio Pro. So we're going to record the song Me and My Brain, which you may have heard me sing many times live. And I'm going to be recording it over, it's probably going to go over a few weeks, maybe over 4 weeks. It'll probably be maybe more than 6 episodes, maybe 8, who knows? It depends on what trouble I run into. But we'll be kicking off with drums in GarageBand and synths. What else? Symphony stuff, violins, all that kind of stuff we'll be doing in GarageBand. And then we'll be moving everything over into Audio Pro to record the vocals and the guitars and bass and all that stuff, real bass, real guitars. So should be, hopefully you'll all be into it and you'll see my utter process from start to finish of recording a Dread Circus song. It's been long over time for me to record a Dread Circus song, so I'm super excited about that. And I can see here, so Tremor Bear says, I love that song. Peter says, awesome. Nice one. That's a great song. So thanks, guys. I'm excited to do it. I love that song, and it's about time I did a Dread Circus song for all of you instead of these kindercore crazy stuff, you know, and utensils and all that kind of shit. Do something a bit poppy, yeah, a bit more commercial. So that is that. I think that's all I need to cover today. Remember, You Rock is on tomorrow. I'm a day ahead. It's Easter that's screwed everything up for me. Today, let's do some price drops. I don't think there's much change from yesterday. Is there? No, there's not much change. TouchViz, yeah. LumaFusion, 8 Matrix. Everything that was up here yesterday is still on sale. The link is in the description to use AppSliced. All the Nembrini stuff is still on sale. This is the last day. I think a lot of this stuff will be on sale, like iDensity, all these kind of things. For Patrons, there's a couple of new giveaways up for the wheel if you want to go and check your Patreon. So there's a couple of apps that we're going to give away this weekend. Rhino still on sale. Mammoth bass amp still on sale. 2 killer things. I will be using both of these in my recording of my Dread Circus track. Good stuff. Alrighty, what are we looking at today? Finally, Russ says. What are we looking at today? Hello, Guzzo of Oz. Finally going to be looking at this app here called Pure Acid. Pure Acid. It is a bassline synthesizer and a drum machine. It is truly an incredible app. It is really high quality, very, very well made. And as you can see there, the price is $14.99. So I've had this one a long time, actually, and I really should have reviewed this ages ago, but I talked about this briefly yesterday. Sometimes you can get an app and open it up, and the UI just looks really overwhelming, and you think, oh my God, this looks really complicated. So you put things off, you procrastinate, you put them off. And then when you finally get around to doing the app, you're like, hang on a minute. This app's quite easy. What's going on? Why did I avoid this? So the developer, JimAudio, I think his full name is Dmitry. Dmitry? Yeah. So he's from Ukraine. And I'll show you something that's in this app that's really cool. And I'm going to purchase it today because I want to support people in Ukraine because they're going through hell at the moment. Yeah. And he, this is a high quality developer who's made a shit ton of other great apps like Groove Rider, Poison. So he's made some other great apps, and he's doing it really hard in Ukraine at the moment. I don't even know if, with all the shit that's going on, even if he's been able to get paid for selling his apps. So we're thinking of him during these hard times. Let's open up the app and get into it, shall we? And I'll show you all the cool things you can do with it. So let's do a search for it here. Pure Acid. There it is. This is the interface. I'm going to go straight to a factory bank just to go to an init patch to kick off. All right. So first, what I want to talk about is we'll head over to so remember, this is $15, absolutely worth your time if this, if you're into this kind of music. Plus, you'll see you can make a whole lot of other things. It's not just like acid fucking music. I'm going to head over here to the top where the options are. And there's this little section here called Support Ukraine. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to pay. So he's currently got an offer going to help him out during these really crazy times in Ukraine, where if you pay $7.99, here it is in Australia, I think it's $5 for where you guys are, you'll get a Ukraine color scheme. And I'm going to do it right now because, yes, purchase. Do it. Come on, confirm. I confirmed. Camera. There's my camera. Do it. $7.99. See, who says I don't pay for things? There you go. We are all set. I now have, look at that. How cool is that? I have the Ukraine color scheme, and all that money's gone directly to the developer for him during these times, yeah? And there's another one there too that you can add, which is an app icon. I'm not going to do that because I can't afford $14. All right, so in your general, you can change the color. So you've got a color scheme here. And you do have a whole bunch of color schemes. Look at these to go through. Blue Heaven, Gold, Silver, Dark Mode. I like the Dark Mode. The Dark Mode's pretty sexy as well. Red Copper, Blue Ice, Blue and Green, Cold Green, Pink and Blue. That one's pretty nice as well. But we shall stick with the Ukraine one for this episode, shall we? Yes, indeed. So you have other items up here. Audio, so you can change your sample rate, your buffer size. You can turn on background audio if you want to have this running in the background, all that kind of stuff. How cool is this? You've got a background timer. I like that. So it's just not always going to be running in the background. You can have a 30-minute timer. That's nice little... More apps should add that in, I think. That's cool. You can set your MIDI device, what you've got connected. So Bluetooth devices, your MIDI channels, all that kind of stuff here. You've got Ableton Link, inter-app audio, host syncing, MIDI clock syncing, all this kind of stuff, which is great. So we are now having a look at the interface. So let's check out what it does. Now, up the top here, you've got a play button. Boom. That'll kick off whatever it is you're making. And next to that over here, you have these little boxes here. Now, you'll see you've got 3 sections, but you've got 4 buttons. So clearly, you're never at any one time going to have all 4 of these things on the screen, which is cool. You can mix and match. So if I turn on the mixer here, the mixer appears in the middle. If I turn off the drums now, a keyboard pops up. You can mix and match all of these things to whatever you want up the top, and you can flick around till you get the right looking sections. We can have just one thing. We can have just... So pretty cool, yeah? Nice little sections there that you can add, turn on. All right, let's have a look. So up the top here, this is your bass line. This is this one here, the bass. So when I turn that on, this controls all of the sounds, the cutoff, resonance, envelope, decay, accent, distortion, LFO, the tuning, the waveform. So you've got a whole lot of options here for this bass line. Basically, all this really does is it gives you one bass line and one channel of drums. So that's the idea of this whole app. And you'll notice when I hit play on here, this is the initial patch. So this is just the bass line repeating. And we've got a kick drum just happening down the bottom. Okay, we can stop that. So this is your top thing where you can change your bass line. So now if we hit play again, we can start messing with this and change the tune. We can change the cutoff, resonance, the envelope, decay, accent, which we have no accents on. We can add distortion. We've got a high pass filter, and we've got a boost. And the first button here, we can change the wave file. And here is this auto LFO, which is really cool. You can turn this up. So the LFO is really easy to use. Turn 2 knobs, forget it. Easy. Cool for fools. Pretty easy. So that hopefully that gives you a clear understanding of what you can do with the actual tones. Let's get in and have a look at the sequencer, because you've got a whole lot of options you can use to sequence stuff in, to put stuff in here. So you've got this data knob here, which you'll see this being used a fair bit of the time to control certain aspects. You can turn this on and off. So if I hit play now, the sequence is off, and you can turn it back on. Same with the drums down the bottom. You can turn those off if you don't want drums. Okay, let's go across from here, the left to right here. So here's where you create your patterns. So you can have up to 12 patterns in here. Next to that is your edit screen. And as you can see here are notes. You have a length screen in here, so you can actually change the length of this whole piece. So we've got 16, I think it's beats that we're running in here. So it's, and if I turn the data knob, you'll see it shrinks. So here you can control the length. Let's just go back to there, what we were at, 16. So you can change the length nice and easy. We have a tempo knob down here. This is where you can control your BPM. So just by turning this data knob here, yeah. So pretty easy to control the BPM. Keep that at 120 for now. You can control swing here as well by turning the knob. So this data knob you'll need to get used to using. Let's bring the swing back down to nothing. And you have a gate here. So this is an overall gate. And if I turn the data knob for this, you'll see the notes getting longer. And if I turn it down, the notes get shorter. So this is controlling the gates if we play this. And we take it down. We're getting more short stabs. Pretty simple stuff, yeah? So, but how do we input data into here? There's, as I said, there's a couple of ways you can do it, and it's all done using this edit screen, this little edit button here. So we're in pattern 1, and here is our first pattern that is in there, yeah? Okay, so if you want to clear a pattern, this is something you need to be aware of and remember. So basically what I'm going to do is first, before we get into doing anything else, I'm going to go, because we're in the init patch here, the initial patch. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to save this already. So I'm going to save it as a new thing. We'll just call it how to app demo and hit save. So now that has created a brand new patch in my user bank up here. So now we can fuck around with this, do whatever we want, and it's not going to write over the initial patch. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm in the edit screen and we've got these notes here. I want to clear these out. How do we do that? We head back to the pattern. So here we are, pattern 1, and there is a little init button. Click on that. Would you like to remove this entire bass pattern? Yes, I would. So now everything's gone out of here. It's completely clear. We're good to add stuff in. Now there's a couple of ways you can actually add stuff in. You can step edit, or you can play stuff in using your MIDI keyboard. You can do that as well. So let me just make sure we are connected. I do have this connected. Oh, it's not turned on. Professional. Now I've got this LFO turned on, so we can turn that off. So you pretty much get one sound, but that's it. It's a bass synthesizer. So, but you can alter these sounds. So how do I put stuff in? We are in the edit screen here, and I can actually record stuff in here if I want, easily enough. So, excuse me. Let's cover putting stuff in first, just using the step editor. So we'll go back here. Hello, Doug Kidder. Anyone else I may have missed who's in the chat? Audible video, hello to you. Alrighty. So once I'm in this edit screen, you'll see this becomes active over here. And this is where you can actually draw notes in. So you've got a note here. So if I click on this, it adds a note. Funny that. And then I can move forward a step and add another note. I can add another note. I can do this, yeah? So I can draw in notes this way using that. We can go back here and add a rest instead. So you've got notes and rests. I can get rid of them that way. You can also change the pitch of the note by turning this. So you can see, if I hit play on this, we'll turn off the drums and just hit play. And we'll draw some notes in. You can add length to it. So you've got a little length button here. And then we can draw another note in. And we can go up. We can go up down an entire octave. And we can bring it back up. So we've got this pitch knob here to bring it back up. We'll add the kick. We add the drums back in. We'll take this down up an octave. We'll have a step. And there you go. We've drawn in a whole section here. You can go in and change the length of this with your minus length. You can change the gate of the individual note, so you can make it a little bit longer. We can take this note here, click on it. And you can go in and move these around. You click on each one, you can move it around wherever you want. Plus, you can add accents to these as well too. So we can go into this first one and you have an accent button. Let's just click on that. We'll add an accent to this. An accent here. So we're able to change around the sounds of it and get different accents out of it. We also have a slide button. So I can take this note here, click on it, and add a slide. And then we can add a slide here. And we can add a slide. Pretty cool, yeah? All right, what I'm going to do now is just stop this and regularly save. It's a good idea. Let's just save that. Now, while you're in this screen as well, you can change stuff around. You can shift things around. So you've got these buttons down here. So you have a shift. You have this one creates a whole brand new patch for you. You have a variation. You have this shuffle. You have reverse and an undo. So if I hit shuffle now, watch this. Boom. Let's hit play. So it's just shuffling around the notes. And this is really good. I can undo this. And we're back to where we were at the beginning. So what I'm going to do now is stop this, go over to our pattern. So this is our first pattern. Now what I want to do is copy this and now go over to number 2 and I want to paste in this pattern. So now we should have in pattern number 2 the same thing, and now we'll shuffle it. And now we've got 2 different patterns here. When I hit play, and now I hit pattern number 2, yeah, absolutely. Rebirth days come back to haunt us all. So now I can copy number 2, go to number 3, paste this in, go back to edit and shuffle it again. And we got 3 patterns in here. And we're starting to build a song. Let's copy number 3. And we'll paste this into number 4. And I'll do something different this time. Instead of using the shuffle, I'll use this var. And what this does, it adds in accents and slides. Where shuffle just moves stuff around. So you'll see. Now we'll go back to our patterns. I'm going to pick number 5. And we've got nothing in here. So we'll go back to our edit screen now. And I'm going to click on this comp. And this lets you choose from majors, fourths. So you've got all your scales in here. And you can just generate an entire brand new tone. So we'll do this bass line, all notes, and hit generate. And that's generated something else for us. So now we've got 5 things in the pattern. Let's go into number 3. And we'll do a comp for this as well. Let's do a Dorian. Cool. Now the other thing you can do too is we'll head over to pattern. We'll make number 6 now. We've got a blank pattern in here. So what I'm going to do is remove these drums up the top. And now we've got our keyboard, yeah? Because you don't have to just use the step sequencer. You have a right section down here. If I click on this, now I can physically play notes in. Oh, there we go. So you can play stuff in as well, no problem at all. You can add the accent button. Let's just go in here. We'll go back to this pattern here and we'll hit a knit and we'll clear that out. Did that work? Oh, we got to hit right. There we go. So it's added accents to this as well. And you can remove these accents and slides. I don't want this slide here, so I'm just going to remove it. And you can draw in notes as you go along as well. What's going on, Pete? So really easy to make stuff, yeah? You can change the tempo, we can change the swing. Cool! And there we have 6 lovely patterns that we can bounce between. Okay, so what I want to show you before we move on to the drums is talk about the song mode, because there's a song mode built in here as well. And to access the song mode, first what you can also do here is while you're on a particular patch, as I click through them, if I go to patch 1 and turn up this data, you'll see on number 1, it's actually adding like a ×4. So I can go play twice, then we can go to this one and play twice. We can go to this one to play 4 times. We'll go to this one to play twice. We'll do this one twice as well. And this one we'll do twice as well. But now you'll notice when I hit play, I go to the start and hit play, it should go through twice, but it's not. It's not moving. It's not moving. What's going on? What's going on? Why is it not doing song mode for me? To access the song mode, you need to take your finger or your mouse and hold down from where you want to start, and you'll see over here the number 1 changed with a dash, and then you drag your finger across them, and now that is selected song mode. So when we hit play, it'll move through the song, yeah? And to cancel song mode, all you need to do is just press on a track, and now the song mode's cancelled. So each time you want song mode to work, you have to hold down from where, so I might want it to start on number 4, hold down, and then you can drag over these. So if I only wanted 2 of these, let's say start at 1, just say I only wanted 4. So now the song mode is selected to play 4, and then it will repeat. Yeah. So that is how you activate song mode for here. And if I hit play again, it's off. And we can change all this stuff up here, the cutoff. And you can see it's just repeating, getting to the end, going back to number 1. Pretty easy, yeah? All right, let's have a look at the drums, shall we? Because the drums are pretty much the same deal. It's pretty much a standard drum machine. So here are our drums down here. We'll get rid of the sequencer. So we've got the keyboard down here. Let's just bring the sequencer in. We'll turn off the sound of the sequencer. And here is the drum machine. So pretty much the same kind of idea. Here on your trigger screen, so you've got a data wheel here as well. And you can flick through all the drums. So you can see as I move the data wheel around, we're moving through all the drums. And here's your... Yep, good stuff. We have drums. All right, now you do have an alternative set of drums in here. So see this little knob here, so this little button drum set. When you click on this, so you'll see that some of these have alternative sounds. So this kick drum. So you do get some alternative sounds. This snare. But not all of them. So these two don't have any. So you can mix the kits up somewhat, yeah? But it's not a lot, but yeah, who really needs to? Cool. So that we can turn off that alternative sound there. Here is all our drums. Okay, so we're in the trigger section here. You also can select your drums by using these arrows and clicking left and right through your drums. Now, each drum that you play has its own drum parameters. So you'll see as I flick through them, the parameters are changing for each drum. So you can change the drums up. So we've got our kick. We can tune it. We can add some decay to it. Attack. We've got effects here, which we'll get into soon. You've got a boost, and you can pan. So you can hear that if you've got headphones on. So we can pan. You've got a level. Nice. Sweet. Pretty standard drum machine. Yeah, it's very standard stuff. And again, you have two ways to record stuff in here. You can use the step sequencer, or you can actually record drums in with the right button here, with the record button up here. So tap to record. So here's our step editor. So once you choose a drum and head to the step editor, you can see we have our bass drum selected in the trigger section. So we've got this selected. When we choose our step edit, you can see the kick drums are already selected here. So when we hit play, there's our drums. You can remove them as you like. So that's all good. Yeah, it also does have multi-bus out. You can add flams to these as well. So you can add flams, you can add accents to these as well, which will boost them up. Let's just go back to a blank here, put in our kicks again, and we'll put an accent on each of them. So you can see when I add an accent, the color changes. All right, so I want to add a snare to this. So I'm going to select the snare, go back to step edit, and Pretty standard stuff if you've used a drum machine, yeah, before. We can add some hi-hats, so we'll move this along to our hats. And we'll draw these in. And when you head back to your trigger section, you can see the kit running as you like. You have a total accent button here, so you can turn on an accent on all of these at once. You can erase notes from here as well, so I can just at any time click, and wherever I click it'll remove those notes. And here's where your patterns are. So much the same as the bass sequencer. Let's just stop this. You can copy a pattern. So I can copy this. We're on pattern 1 here when we're in the pattern button here. So this is our first pattern. I can now copy this. And now I can paste this here. I think I hit that again. Is that right? And now if I hit play, yeah. So now we've got, and now I can go in here and change this up a bit, yeah? So I can, not only can I use the step sequencer, here's this tap record. And if I hit tap record, I can actually add stuff in as I want. As simple as that. So now we have 2 patterns here. And again, I can do the same thing as what we did with the bass sequencer. So I can turn up this and I can decide to have this play twice. Then I can go to number 2 and have this play 4 times. And it works exactly the same. If I want to run this in song mode, I have to hold down. So I'll show you again. Hold down and then drag across. Now that's in song mode. And now if I go to the sequencer, hold down, drag across, and now this is in song mode. So when I play both of these, when I hit play, let's have a look at the effects. So that's pretty much a basic understanding. So it's not too complicated. I know there's probably some people watching this going, it's still complicated. The more you play with it, the more you will get it. It's pretty standard stuff. Let's have a look at the mixer here. So it's out of shot at the moment. These are your effects, and it's split into 2 sides here. So in the middle, you've got the bass line and you've got the drums, and they have this little line running down the middle to separate them. So we'll turn off the drums for now, and let's hit play. And in these effects here, we'll cover this first. In these effects, when you click in the middle, you've got all these effects. Delays, look at them all. Decimator, autopan, phaser, flanges, church verb, poison reverb. You've got so much stuff in here. Free delays. And in here, you have a whole bunch of effects, the same effects. So you can add these. Let's hit play and turn up. So here's your effects A and effects B. We have a delay set for the first one. And we got a hall reverb. Hello, Leela. You've got a drive button. Pretty cool, yeah? So you've got a whole bunch of effects here you can attach to the bass line if you want, and you can do the same thing for the drums. So let's just bring in the drums by themselves. We'll turn these on and go to our mixer, hit play, and you've got effects A and effects B here. But wait, there's more. You have this scratch pad over here, which you can control. This XY pad. And a whole bunch of stuff in here. So a saw filter. High pass filter, look at all this stuff. Distortion, decimator. Let's bring in our sequencer. Okay, so with this XY pad here, you can actually turn on the bass line. So now this is only controlling the bass line. And your options change. So you've got cut off resonance, cut off decay, cut off accent. And you can see as I'm moving this, you can see the knobs up here being controlled by this XY pad. Yeah. Pretty damn cool stuff. We can add swing to the drums. We can add swing to the sequencer. Can we add swing? Yeah, swing over here. So yeah, multiple ways you can record stuff into this. So as I said, you've got direct input. You can play the notes in with your keyboard. Hello, Synth. You can step sequence in. Plus, get ready, folks, because you get a absolute. Let me save this as well. So always good to save your patches. So that is now saved. But when you head over here to your user bank, look at all this stuff you get. Factory. These are all the presets that you get. And there is a crap ton of them. Let's just go through some. And then I'll open this up in GarageBand and show you something else you can do that's really cool. Let's go. $14.99 US. Leela. The only in-app purchases, they're not necessary. They're the color schemes, and that's it. So once you own it, everything that's in here, you own. So there's a shitload of presets in here. And you can, like, the good thing is you could take something like this, take this sound here, and then open it up and then save it as child 2. So then it goes into your user bank and then you can fuck with it to your heart's content. So we can go in here, take this rhythm, this edit here, and we can shuffle this. So if we hit play, we can vary it. Go back to our factory bank. All right, I saw Russ ask about control knobs and stuff like that. So you do have down here MIDI learn. So you can MIDI learn stuff to your external controllers. You can reset your MIDI learn. You've got MIDI CC mode, drum. You can assign drums, all this stuff, individual drums. So you can do all of that stuff, yeah? You got total MIDI controls here. Heaps of that for your heart's content. Yes, 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 indeed. You can do all of that. I think as Audible mentioned, it does have multiple multiple outs as well. So in AUM, you can do multiple outs. Plus, I haven't even touched on this. Let's shut it down. It is an AUV3. You can open it up in something like AUM. So open it up as an audio, search for it, acid, pure acid. Oh man, I got to spell right, don't I? Pure acid. So there's your multi-out and just the normal. And there it is as a full thing inside AUM. Go into my user bank. So you could open up multiples of these. Run multiple bass lines, which means also, I want to cover this before we go, I can also do something like this. I can open up GarageBand. Let's create a brand new song, and it's probably going to take forever. Shall we do a beat sequencer? La la la, we need some music to tide us over while this is happening. Let's have some lily pillies while we're waiting. Oh, that ended. Come on, GarageBand, do your thing. All right, there we go. So we've got a beat sequencer here for the first track. So let's just, we've got a modern 808. So let's just do a thing. We'll just choose something. Classic house. Cool. Let's just record this in. Okay, so we've recorded that in. Now we'll add a track here in GarageBand, Hello, Clayton von Kluge. And we'll go over here to our audio unit extensions. And we'll do a search for Pure Acid. There it is. And we'll bring in a track of Pure Acid. And what we'll do is we'll just take out, we'll go to the drums. We'll remove the drums. And we'll just go to the sequencer. And we'll grab the thing I made before. Yeah, this How to App demo. And let's just record that in. So if I hit record now, make sure this is on. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All good. So as you can see, I've used the GarageBand 808 with the Pure Acid, the bassline, yeah? Let's just go in here and remove this. Automatic, we'll turn this off. And I can keep doing this. I can make a duplicate of this. And now on this one, we can use this test thing. And now if I go and record this... Okay, so what I could do here is now go in here, chop this all up. We could shrink this down. We can put that there. We can do a copy of this, put this here. And then we can start chopping all this stuff up. So if we do a split, remove that. And we'll do a split here. Or we'll just pull this out. So now we've got 4 different bass lines, and you can have as many of these running. So you can use this in a whole bunch of different ways, yeah, absolutely. If you just want to record the bass lines or whatever, you just want to record the drums into GarageBand. So there's multiple ways you can use this because it's inter-app audio, it's AUV3, you can use it as an Ableton. There's a lot going on in this app. So it's pretty damn cool. What do you guys think? You think it's cool? I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. Good stuff. And yeah, if you want to support the developer, if you do own it already, you can actually go in here and you can actually go and buy the color scheme, which I bought today, as you saw me buy there. Or you can just keep the color schemes that you get with it, because you get a whole lot of them, yeah? Where are the colors? There you go. As I showed in the beginning, I like this one. That one's pretty sexy. That one's pretty cool. We'll leave it at that for now. Tomorrow, what are we looking at? I am looking at this app tomorrow on the show. This one here, because it's on sale, and I want to like run through this as much as I can. It's a free download, so you can go and get this right now. DRC, you can download it now. It does have in-app purchases, but we'll go through all the patches and everything tomorrow, so you can make an informed decision to download all the in-app purchases while they're on sale, because they're really cheap at the moment. So I thought I would do this tomorrow so you can make an informed decision. Yes. Absolutely. And I think that's about it for today. Is there anything else I need to cover? For those who missed at the beginning, we will be doing a new song starting next week. I'll be recording a Dread Circus song on the show over the next 4 weeks using GarageBand and Auria Pro. Super excited because they're DAWs that I know how to use really well. And I think that's going to be fun to record something cool. Alrighty. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have fixed the issue with my iPad screen flicking around today, which you may have noticed because I'm getting a new capture card. Oh, and I wanted to show you this before I go. I said I was going to get one of these for my daily digests, which will be kicking off next week again. I just had to stop because of COVID. And look, I got it in the mail. I got a clackerboard. Scene 1, take 2. 666. So there you go. A bit of fun. Bit of fun for my shows. So I know what I'm doing. What a piece of shit. God, I'm a child. Hey, if you can't let your inner child free, you're not living your best life. You know what I'm saying, guys? Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And I'll see you tomorrow when we take a look at DRC. Hope you have a great day. And goodbye for now. We all rise together. You guys rock. See you later.